Hi, I'm Jeff Heely. I'm one of the sponsors of the GenGap. I'm a venture capitalist by day and a tennis player every moment otherwise.
So Jeff, tell us a little bit how you got involved with the GenGap.
About 2 years ago, I met Amy Jensen, spent some time at our table afterwards, and met with Charlie Hover and myself. It was about 5 months after that Amy gave us a call. Amy and I met over at the Hotel Mac in Richmond, and just in about an hour and a half put together what became GenGap #1. And we just loved it. The response was incredible. The players were awesome. The adults had more fun than they'd had in a long time, and I think the kids enjoyed it as well. We adults learned that there's an incredible future for tennis watching these young players, not only with their strokes, but their presence on the court. They really put together points very, very well. You can tell that there's a level of maturity that really belies their physical age. It's fun for us as adults to get out there and try to show them a couple different skills, different opportunities that they can use during matches to make themselves better players. Playing against them is fun. Playing with them is awesome. When we get to play doubles with them, we're going to do a team tennis format this year in the afternoon, so we'll be able to do on-court coaching and sharing a lot of tactic strategies, and it's just a blast. It's fun seeing where tennis has been and where it's going. So to give back to the game is something we all should do, and it's an incredible opportunity to do that with the GenGap this year. Last year, an incredible first point of one of the matches, Polo Cowan served and volleyed, and his opponent looked up as Polo's at the net and said, "What's this all about? Nobody comes to net anymore."
Nice shot.
And Polo said, "Well, you're going to see it a lot today." I think it's a great idea to be able to have the level-based play. I know in the adults we now have age impacting your rating. Conditioning is only going to push me harder. You know, I don't want to be the guy that walks off the court in the middle of the third because I had some 12-year-old taking me to town. I played in a tournament a couple years ago where I was playing a 22-year-old, and he wouldn't quit because he didn't want to quit against a guy in his 50s. So the impact it goes great both ways, and it's really exciting. In singles, it's good. In doubles, it's incredible. Watching how a doubles point is put together by people with the real knowledge of the game, with a strategic and tactical sense. So it's looking at how the return, being able to ultimately get to the point where you've set up your partner to hit a ball down, and watching adults play that way, watching the kids right now having more of a hit a stroke rather than play a point. So I think that's going to be a great lesson to be able to pass on. It's also fun to watch how the string changes and the racket changes allow a completely different way of playing doubles, where you can play from the backcourt, where when we were growing up it was all you get to net as fast as you can. When I was in college, my college doubles partner and I, in our junior year, hit 3 ground strokes total the entire match. It was catch the return, follow it in, and just climb the net, take everything in the air. Today, the power we could exhibit from the net is exhibited from the baseline. So it's fun to see that whole thing.
How was it growing up? Were you able to practice with adults? Did you play any tournaments with adults? How was it compared to
We
today?
had adults that would play with the kids a lot. The tournaments were always age-centric. You would play up, but you really didn't play in the adult tournaments. During the week, a lot of the pros from 35 and under really worked with us, 16-year-olds and 14-year-olds. And then at my club, the older adults would get out there and just feed us balls, make us look stupid. As we come along, technology always changes, and it does make these great changes. Technology in the tennis court, and the tennis rackets, and the strings and the balls has changed it as well. But it still comes down to how do you take control of a point. So I think that the technology with the wisdom combined is what makes a really great player. So the ability to be able to gather knowledge from those before, even though the technology is new, that knowledge can be applied at a younger age and make your game more mature as you yourself are growing more mature, both mentally and physically.
Thank you so much, and then we can't wait to see you on the 22nd.
Oh, we're so excited. It's going to be great. Kids, we're getting you this year.